Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I decided I will show you how to create your own workout plan that is customized to you. I know that there's like so many ebooks and workout guides out there that promote amazing transformations with the women that use them, and I think that those are awesome. Some people really like to have something in front of them that they can just look at and tells them what to do, and they're good and they just follow that and they get results, and that's the way they work. And some people are not like that. I've said before that there's no one size fits all of fitness, so I'm going to tell you how I have developed specific workout plans that were best customized for me and how you can customize it to yourself as well. First thing that you need to determine before designing your own fitness plan is to know what your goals are. And you've probably heard so many things about goals in the fitness industry, like every step is the goal achieved and a goal without a plan is just a dream and like all that stuff. But goals are actually really important because they give you a guideline. They give you what you're aiming for, what you want to be working towards. Sometimes when you jump into something without direction, it can be easy to get lost and lose motivation and not really know what you're doing and be like, oh, okay, like I'm just kind of going to the gym, but I'm just sort of doing a little bit of everything and I'm not really like seeing any results because I'm not really sure what I'm working towards. So goals are important. It can be bigger goals like wanting to improve your cardiovascular endurance, or you want to lose overall body weight, or you want to just get into better shape. Those would be classified as bigger goals. Or you could have smaller individual goals like, oh, I really want to tone my legs, or I really want to like build up some definition in my upper body. I want to tone my arms a little bit. Everything you put into the workout plan is going to accommodate those goals. Those goals might be to get stronger, so they're going to focus more on heavy lifting, lower reps. Others like to aim for muscle definition, so hypertrophy. You know, you want your muscles to show. You're not trying to like beat your PR in deadlifts every day, but you're trying to gain some definition. That's one way of doing it. And some people really want to improve their muscular endurance, which improves your capability of doing prolonged exercise. So there's lots of different things that you can strive for, so it's good to know what you want and the plan on how you're going to get there, which is what I am going to show you. Okay, so other than goals, the next important thing is your schedule. It's because if you have a ridiculously busy schedule, you're not going to be wanting to go to the gym at like 7 in the morning, 6 days a week if you're working like 9 to 5. Like, it's just, you need to be realistic with yourself. Some people are students who've got like a 5-subject course load. Other people work full-time, other people work part-time. You know, everybody's got their own outside responsibilities that take up time in their day. Sometimes why people feel so discouraged with fitness is because, oh, I don't have enough time, like I'm so busy, and that can be true. It's very easy to make an excuse to not do something, and what's going to make a huge difference in sticking to a workout plan is your mentality. Instead of thinking that you have to go to the gym today, think of it as you're going to the gym today. It's not like, oh, I have to do this. It's like, oh yeah, that's part of my day, that's part of my everyday routine. Like, it starts to become habitual, and that's when you're going to start to feel like it's not as much of a chore when you start to make time for it. So with your schedule, you want to accommodate your workout plan around it. So you want to be realistic, you want to make your plan as easy to you as possible. So for example, I am not going to have a leg day, something totally exerting, totally exhausting on a day that I have like 3 classes, because I know I'm going to be exhausted. It's that type of thing. Like, if you know you're working 9 to 5 that day, you're not going to want to do cardio that day. It's so much easier to stick to something and not feel like you're dreading it every day when you know what those days are like and how you feel and what your energy levels are like on certain days. Some people have a lot of energy on weekends and they'd rather do their leg days at the end of the week. Like, everybody's different, and that's the type of things you have to think about when you really put together a workout plan. You're like, all right, I know my schedule, I know my goals, like how many days a week should I be going? 4 days a week is great. If you're wanting to see results, you need to be consistent and you need to be going frequently. There's It doesn't mean you have to go 6 days a week. That doesn't work for a lot of people, and some people like to do that, some people don't. I think 4 days a week is a really good number just for the average person, you know, even if you have a busy schedule. It's like 2 days in a row, skip a day, have a rest day, another 2 days, and then you've got 2 more days off. It's a really balancing split, you know, you feel like you're still working out enough and you are not so exhausted. 5 to 6 days a week is if you want to see results faster or see more results. It's common sense really, you know, if you're going to the gym more, you're going to be seeing more results. So with that said, you need to have adequate rest. Do not ever go to the gym 7 days a week. Because you know what? You may think that, oh, I'm going to the gym 7 days a week, I'll be making so many gains, I'll be looking so good, but you're not going to be looking good if your body doesn't have any time to actually rest and mend your muscles. It's important to keep in mind that consistency is key and frequency is key. 4 to 6 is a great days per week number, but adequate rest is just as important as going to the gym itself, because giving your muscle time to actually recuperate and mend and rehabilitate to actually grow your muscles more, then you're not going to make any progress. And you're going to hit a plateau and you're going to be exhausted and your muscles are not going to respond positively to that at all. So this is why I would suggest doing specific muscle groups together. If you're fairly new to working out and you're not really sure what days to do certain muscle groups, I like to work specific muscle groups together so that I can work something one day, give that a rest while I work another group of muscles the other day, and that way you will be consistent with still giving your muscles an adequate amount of rest. So generally I will do a leg day on its own. I might have a more quad-based day, I might have a more booty-based day, depending on the energy levels. And then I'll usually put shoulders and triceps together as they are a pushing motion, and biceps and back together as they are a pulling motion with most of the exercises. If you've ever heard anybody say like, oh, I'm doing push today, I'm doing pull today, that's what they mean. So once you've figured out how many days a week is good enough for you, that's when you can decide what muscle groups you want to be working, what you want to be training more than something else, even if that is the goal. Like for example, you want to bulk up your shoulders, because that was my goal for like the longest time. It still is. It always is. I love shoulders. So if you're wanting to improve your upper body, you could do 3 upper body days and 2 lower body days, or 3 upper body days, 1 lower body day, whatever. You really get to decide. Once you know what you want to be working for and you are familiar with the gym, you know, you've seen how certain exercises are done, now it's time to pick which exercises are the best to do on those days. Well, some people have trouble with this, and that's when they need somebody to step in and tell them what they should be doing. And I'm telling you, it's 2017, the internet is flourishing with resources that you can find literally anywhere. Like this video right now, like everything on YouTube. Bodybuilding.com is a really, really good resource for looking up literally any muscle group you want to. Type it into the exercise database and it will give you 1,000 exercises to do. Let's say you're trying to figure out what you should do on back and biceps day. Go there, go to YouTube, go to Pinterest, look up different exercises and pick about 6. I do normally like 3 back exercises, 3 bicep exercises, and that'll be one day. You know, you want to even things out, or say you've got a strong back and you want to improve your biceps, you can do like 4 bicep exercises and 2 back exercises. Like, it doesn't have to be that, and it doesn't have to be exactly like how I do it. Like, you can just do shoulders one day, you can just like only do legs if that's all you want to really work on. Make sure you give yourself some rest. But if you wanted to just do legs Monday, legs Wednesday, legs Friday, like I used to do that. And I mean, it's all about you. This is that moment when it's all about you. So if you aren't familiar with how the exercises are done, I would suggest going with somebody who does know what they're doing. It's always better to go to a gym with a buddy if you don't know what you're doing, especially if they do know what they're doing. And together, you won't feel as uncomfortable if you're not familiar with how things work. So, I've talked about the general ways on how you can go about creating your own fitness plan. Now, you're like, all right, I know what I'm gonna do, like how do I keep track of everything? And I'm the type of person that really loves lists and really likes organizing things, and not a lot of people are like that, so I don't expect you to be the same, but I really make use of a calendar because that way I've got everything out in front of me. I can see what days I've got what and know like, okay, if I'm doing a hike on this day, I'm not gonna go to the gym. So what I would suggest first, get a big ass calendar in front of you. Write out all of your class, your work schedule, your appointments, like whatever you have, and you can look at it right in front of you and you can go, okay, I've got nothing on Mondays, I'll do Mondays this day. Tuesdays, oh crap, like I know that I feel really tired every Tuesday evening because I've got class really late, like I'm not gonna go and do cardio. So you'll do that on Wednesday. I really like this day planner. I got it from Chapters. It's been like the holy grail to me in organizing my life and my workout schedule. I'll just show you. Shoulders, arms and cardio. That way you can look at it and you could check it off when you've done it, and it's so satisfying to know that you've actually done it. That's not gonna work for everybody, just like the same workout plan isn't gonna work for everybody. So another thing that you can do that I have found super helpful, I never used to be a fan of the reminders app on my iPhone. I was just like, this is annoying, it just won't go away. But I've learned to love it. I've really learned to love it because what you can do is once you decide what days you're doing what, like say Wednesdays you're doing legs, Thursdays you're doing triceps and shoulders, you can go into your reminders and set a new reminder. You can make it pop up on the same day every week, so that morning you'll just get a little reminder if you like don't know what you're doing that day or you need a little push to tell you that day to do whatever. You can set it up all here, so I've got like shoulders and triceps and abs to remind me every Wednesday, back and biceps to remind me every Thursday, legs to remind me today. Still have to do that. And then when you try to think about when it comes to the day that you know you're like, okay, today I'm gonna do biceps for myself, that's when you can go on the internet, or you've even got like a YouTube video. Even I do it, like lots of people will put a workout in their description box that you can just screenshot it, or you can copy and paste it to your notes. And if you really are lazy to open your phone and look at what workouts to do, you can take a screenshot, make it your phone background, so all you have to do is just like turn on your phone and it'll say what you should do. Another thing that people are generally unfamiliar with is how many sets and reps that they should be doing. The amount of sets and reps that you will be doing is going to correspond to your goal. So like I mentioned with strength earlier, you're going to be doing lower reps, higher amount of sets with higher weight. This could range from anywhere between 1 to 5 or 1 to 7 reps per set, and the sets can go from 3 to 5 or 6. For muscular hypertrophy, if you want to be showing more muscle, you want to be making more gains, you could say visible ones, that would be around 2 to 4 sets of anywhere between 8 to 12 reps. The last thing would be muscular endurance, which is any amount of reps higher than this really. Anything above 15 or 20 is going to be based on your muscles' ability to do prolonged exercise. I really hope this works for anybody who's looking to make their own fitness plan. If you like the video, let me know. And if you want to keep seeing more videos, subscribe if you would like as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.